My question, he said to Zali Steggall, was, why are there no turbines or no commitment to build turbines in her waterfront electorate? Unquote. We showed you that picture before, see? He says, there's been a mock-up picture of Manly Beach, that's it, lined with turbines along the coastline. He said, I know most laugh at this. How can anyone dream of doing that? Ask Rick, why? Why is it okay to put these monstrosities in my backyard, but not hers? What is the difference, Rick says? Why is her environment more valuable than mine? He said, I'm tired of these inner city planet savers crying for renewables, but getting shocked when it's suggested that they build some in their electorates. He said, I've got swimming friends around Brighton and Mentone beaches in Victoria who are absolutely gobsmacked when I suggest wind farms in Port Phillip Bay or along the coastline, unquote. Well, can anyone in government answer Rick's simple question? Why is their environment more valuable than his? Which leads me to another viewer, Jane. She says, I'm feeling increasingly lost in the quagmire of political correctness, lost and stressed with all the technology, but none of the wisdom in our education system. She said the horse has already bolted. Those in charge of the education system have achieved almost complete control of the freedom of speech of students. Students lack a teacher for classes and are told to sit and shut up on their devices, unquote. And then she says, there's the public library. It was the height of learning once in a democracy, but now no more. It now houses the latest books on NAIDOC Week or Days of Activism and Critical Race Theory. And that's the great reset that I'm talking about. Through education, we're changing society's values. Michael wrote to say that in the mid-70s, he saw a documentary showing how we were heading into a new ice age and how we're all going to freeze. Time and Newsweek had articles dealing with the same topic. I might raise one of these next week to prove it to you. He said, yet within 10 or 15 years, we had a 180-degree reversal, and now we're all going to die in a global hothouse. We were told the world would be 1 or 2 degrees warmer. Asks Michael, really? That's what's going to fry us all? He said, if I'm at the beach and the temperature's 36 instead of 34, am I really going to notice? When global warming could not be consistently and convincingly relied on, he says, the subject became climate change. And anyone with 2 synapses, that's the neurons in the brain, anyone with 2 synapses to rub together swallowed the lie. As Michael rightly says, there are as many climate models as there are gender identities these days. Well, the point is this. Whether it's people picking fruit or working in the cafe, whether it's what you don't know about your children being brainwashed in the classroom, whether it's wind turbines in the farmer's backyard but never in the backyard of the teals, in all of these things, the problems are created by government but never solved by government. Which leads me to the conclusion I offered earlier. Government has never been bigger, more bloated, more bureaucratic, more expensive, and yet, unfortunately, more useless. And all of that will be seen tomorrow in Canberra.